Hello everyone, welcome to Wiseish, your daily power boost and your moment of wisdom. You know, I always say that a little wisdom can take you a very, very long way. In the United States of America right now, one of the biggest virtues on the table that needs to be up for grabs is trust. How do we trust in a world that's changing so fast? How do we cultivate the energy of trust? Have you ever been in a marriage and you feel that maybe your spouse is cheating on you? And you know that feeling that you get? It's a gut feeling. You just sense there's deception here, there's lies, there's deceit. And it just hits you in all the wrong ways that the family can't grow with this energy. If in the walls of leadership, especially, there is this lack of trust, just imagine the internal energy that these members of Congress are walking with amongst themselves. I want you to pause for a moment and try to rekindle that experience that you've had when you just couldn't trust somebody, and how it broke down the energy of love that wants to come through, but it can't. For some reason, carrying the lack of trust that is actually being fueled by the ego and by attachment, but more than anything else, by desire, that seems to outweigh the love. It's fascinating, isn't it? Trust in a changing world. Where do we start? With yourself. What areas within your life you don't trust? What are certain things about you that you don't trust? Is something that you have known about yourself that like, I don't trust that whenever I'm with this person, I won't speak my mind. I don't trust that if I'm by myself, I won't go back to drinking. I don't trust if I'm by myself if I'll ever feel secure. You know, all of these basic ideas, like, what is it about you that you feel you don't trust? Because in order for us to build trust with others, we're going to have to learn to build trust with me. I'll tell you what I do to rekindle my self-trust. First, I acknowledge the feeling. How tense I get when I'm in connection or in a relationship with someone that somehow is mirroring to me that I lack self-trust. Put aside that they're lying, or they're cheating, or they're betraying you. That's different. But the fact that when I'm in front of them or I'm around their energy, I get this mirror feeling, like I feel tense, I feel restricted, I feel closed off. How comfortable is that for you? How long do you want to have a feeling like that? So the first thing to do is to check how you're feeling. The second thing that I really think is absolutely important, investigate where you think the origin of that feeling is coming from. Was there something that you did in the past that somehow being with a spouse, a friend, a colleague at work, a person that comes up in your life and gives you this feeling, I can't trust them, I can't trust them? Are they signaling to you something in the past that you might have done that lacked trust in your relationship with another? Okay, if you can establish that, the benefit that comes from this is a letting go and a surrender, but also a humility that I'm partially to really be blamed that I'm the one that has to do the work on myself here to get rid of this emotion and this feeling. The third thing to do when there's a lack of trust is to practice appearing in front of that person, whether it's emotionally in your mind or physically in front of that person, allowing yourself, making yourself inside, feeling clean and clear with your motives to check, do I want anything from this person or am I here to bestow? And 8 times out of 10, when you do something without a desire of wanting something back, it will always turn out 100 times better than you would have planned to strategize it. Because the energy of purity is where your magic is when it comes on to trust. So practice being in front of that particular person that tests your trust factor, and keep going in front of them where you are practicing your good wishes, your pure feelings, your cleanliness of heart, until when you see that person or thing, you don't even remember you had a trust issue with them, because what will happen? You would have changed. And as a result of you changing, the relationship with that soul will change. It's a fascinating concept, but it's one that works. I can guarantee it. I guarantee it. One of the mysteries about trust is that a lot of people aren't aware that it's connected to feelings. And that's why I mentioned in the third step to keep bestowing good feelings, good wishes. Once a feeling has been taken advantage of or hurt or abused in a relationship, it's very, very challenging to get that feeling back. It actually has to go through a season of healing itself until it can find the humility to trust again. So there's a difference, and I want to explain this really simply and clearly. There's a difference between trust, there's a difference between faith. Sometimes we mix up the two and go, well, I have faith in them, but I don't trust them. It depends, no? Faith is more connected to the amount of information that you know about a particular thing or a particular person, or even in a relationship. I have the faith he will never lie to me. Because throughout your experience with the person, maybe you have seen that the track record is you've never seen that person do that. It's like a faith. I have the knowledge. You can have the knowledge of recording a show because you've done it 100 times. You have the faith. You know how to do it. It's flawless. You don't have to think about it a second time. But when you trust something or you trust someone, it doesn't necessarily have knowledge. It just has the element of a feeling, an intuition, a gut feeling. Is this right? Are they telling me the truth? Is this real? And why trust is hard to rebuild is because to get that feeling back again requires a lot of consistency in showing that other side of you, that part of you that can be trusted. You have to show that to yourself in order for you to regain self-trust, let alone others need to see the proof of that over and over again until their feelings give them permission to say, I think I can trust her again. For a year, I haven't noticed that she's done the same behavior. You have all the faith about what you should do, shouldn't do. You have all the faith that you should forgive somebody who has wronged you. You have all the faith that if your spouse, your partner, your lover, your child disappoint you because of a choice that they've made, you have the faith that you should forgive them and let it go. But still, you don't. Because the trust is lost. You know what it means when you say that? The feelings have been shattered. So in order to mend the feelings, we must practice soul consciousness, and we must send our good wishes and pure feelings, and we must clean our hearts out. That's trust in a changing world. If we can practice that, we'll be in heaven. Thank you for joining us on Wiseish. As I mentioned over and over again, a little bit of wisdom will take you a very long way. No one will be ever able to take away your happiness unless you give them permission. And we really are here to love each other the same. Let's turn up the volume and more love. Take care, keep wearing your mask, and good luck.